Today, I want to speak to the hearts of husbands and wives, to lovers and life partners, to those who have chosen, or who will choose, to walk hand in hand through life in the sacred bond we call marriage. I want to speak not just to your minds, but to the tender, sometimes trembling places inside your hearts, the places where love hides, where pain lingers, where hope waits. The topic is simple, yet its power is profound: creating safe spaces in marriage. Why does this matter? Because for all the poetry we write about love, for all the vows we speak at the altar, for all the rings exchanged and kisses sealed, it is the everyday emotional safety of marriage that determines whether love will thrive, or merely survive. The silent hunger for safety. We live in a world where people are taught to chase status, security, beauty, and belonging. But under it all, there is one cry that echoes through every heart: can I be safe with you? Can I show you my fears and not be mocked? Can I tell you my secrets and not be judged? Can I cry in front of you and not be shamed? This question is not spoken aloud. It's whispered, in glances, in sighs, in distance, in silence. And if it's not answered gently, it becomes a wall. A marriage without safety becomes a union of two strangers under one roof, walking parallel paths, never truly touching souls. What is a safe space in marriage? A safe space is not the absence of conflict, it is the presence of compassion. A safe space is not where nothing ever goes wrong, it is where we can be honest when it does. A safe space in marriage is a sacred emotional climate. It's where both partners feel seen, not just looked at, but deeply understood; heard, not just listened to, but genuinely felt; valued, not for performance, but for being; free, to speak, to feel, to question, to grow, without fear of punishment or withdrawal. And creating such a space, that is the work of intimacy in its purest form. The roots of safety: trust, vulnerability, and respect. Let's begin with trust. Trust is not built in grand moments. It's built in the small ones, the "I'm here," the "I believe you," the "tell me more." Every time you respond with kindness instead of criticism, you lay a brick in the foundation of safety. Next is vulnerability. We're told that marriage is where we can be ourselves, but what happens when yourself is messy, or hurting, or confused? The real test of a safe space is when one partner says, "I don't have it all together," and the other responds, not with shame, but with empathy. And finally, respect. Love without respect is not safety, it's control. We must learn to honor each other's dignity, even in disagreement. Especially in disagreement. Respect is not just politeness, it is the bedrock of emotional security. How safe is your marriage? Let's pause for a moment. Ask yourself, when your spouse opens up, do you try to fix or do you first try to feel? When there's conflict, do you shut down or lean in? When your partner fails, do you weaponize it later or offer grace? Can your partner be imperfect with you? These are not easy questions, but they are necessary ones. Because if we don't create safety at home, where else will we find it? The world can be cruel. The home must not be. When safety is absent, when emotional safety is missing in a marriage, love becomes a transaction. Conversations become battles. Vulnerability is replaced by defensiveness. Intimacy becomes a performance, or worse, a ghost. You can have two people sleeping in the same bed, but feeling 1,000 miles apart. Emotional safety is not a luxury. It is oxygen. When it's missing, the marriage gasps for air. But the good news is this: it's never too late to begin building safety. Even broken trust can be mended. Even years of silence can give way to healing words. The path back is intentionality. How to build safe spaces: 10 sacred practices. 1. Practice listening without defending. When your partner shares something hard, resist the urge to explain or fix. Just listen. Listen like their heart is in your hands, because it is. 2. Apologize well and often. "I was wrong. I'm sorry. I see how I hurt you." These words heal more than any defense ever could. 3. Validate feelings, even if you don't understand them. You don't have to get it to honor it. Just say, "That makes sense, you'd feel that way." 4. Offer reassurance without being asked. "I love you. I'm not going anywhere." Simple words, deep safety. 5. Never weaponize vulnerability. What your spouse shared in weakness is not yours to use in anger. Guard it like a treasure. 6. Be a student of your spouse's wounds. Know their triggers. Know their fears. Tend to them with tenderness, not criticism. 7. Don't confuse honesty with harshness. Speak truth, yes, but always with kindness. 8. Touch with purpose. A hand held in silence. A hug after conflict. Physical safety builds emotional safety. 9. Stay when it's hard. Emotional safety is built most when we stay present during emotional storms. 10. Pray or reflect together. Whether through faith or mindfulness, connecting at a spiritual level deepens the emotional bond. Safety is love made visible. So many people say they love their spouse. But love is not just in words. It is in tone, in timing, in consistency, in presence. Love creates safety. Love is safety. Imagine a marriage where both people know, I can be weak here. I can be real here. I am not alone here. That kind of marriage doesn't just survive, it transforms lives. For the wounded ones, maybe you're hearing this and you feel regret. You remember the times you failed to be safe. The times you raised your voice. The times you turned away. Maybe you feel the ache of being unsafe in your own home. Please hear me, it's not too late. Creating safe spaces is not about perfection. It's about progress. Every kind word, every patient moment, every apology, every hug, they all matter. Begin again. Whisper to your partner, I want this to be a safe place for you. And then, with humility and commitment, show them. A marriage that heals. You see, the true power of a safe marriage is that it becomes a place of healing. Not just from what happens between you, but from what happened before you. Many of us come into marriage with wounds from childhood, abandonment, betrayal, fear. When your spouse becomes a safe space, those wounds begin to heal. That is the miracle of love. It can do what therapy sometimes cannot. It can reach the soul and whisper, you're not alone anymore. A legacy of safety. Finally, think of the legacy. When children grow up in a home where mom and dad are safe for each other, they learn what love really looks like. They learn that love is not loud or flashy, but kind and steady. Creating a safe marriage doesn't just bless you. It blesses generations. Your marriage can be that place. Let's not settle for marriages that are fine. Let's create marriages that are holy, healing, and honest. Let's become safe havens, not battlegrounds. Let's replace sarcasm with sincerity, silence with support, shame with softness. Let's be the person our spouse runs to, not the one they run from. Because in the end, it won't matter how much money you made, or how clean your house was, or how perfect your photos looked. What will matter is this. Did your spouse feel safe with you? If the answer is yes, then you have succeeded. So I challenge you, I implore you, I believe in you. Go home, look them in the eyes, and start building a safe space, brick by loving brick. You will never regret it. Thank you.